When I first arrived in the United States, everything felt so different. I remember stepping off the plane and taking a deep breath, trying to take it all in. The air smelled different, the people looked different, and everything felt so big and fast. I was excited, but also so nervous. I had dreamed of this day for so long, but now that I was here, it didn't seem real. At first, I felt lost. I didn't know anyone, and I could barely understand what people were saying. I knew some English from school, but it was nothing like the way people actually spoke. Everyone was talking so quickly, and their accents were hard to understand. I would smile and nod, pretending I understood, but inside, I was terrified I would make a mistake. The first few weeks were hard. I missed home so much. I missed my family, my friends, and the food. It felt like I was living in a completely different world. The biggest challenge was the language. I had studied English for years, but when I got here, I realized how much I still didn't know. I would try to speak, but my words would get stuck. Sometimes I would feel embarrassed, like I didn't belong. I remember one day, I went to a coffee shop to buy a drink. I had been practicing how to order in English, but when it was my turn, I froze. The barista smiled at me, waiting for me to speak, but I couldn't remember the words. I could feel my face turning red. Finally, I just pointed at the drink I wanted, and the barista understood. She was so kind, and she said, "It's okay, don't worry." That simple moment made me feel a little better, like maybe I could make it here after all. As the months passed, things slowly got easier. I started to make friends at school. Some of them didn't speak much English either, so we helped each other. We would study together, practicing speaking and listening. Sometimes we would laugh at our mistakes, but it felt good to know we weren't alone. I also started to understand the language better. The more I listened and practiced, the easier it became to speak without feeling scared. The best moment came a few months later, when I was able to have my first real conversation in English without feeling nervous. I was talking to one of my classmates, and for the first time, I didn't have to think too much about every word. I just spoke, and the conversation flowed. I felt proud of myself. It was a small step, but it meant everything to me. Looking back now, I realize how much I've changed. The first year was full of challenges, but it was also full of growth. I've learned to be more confident, not just in my language skills, but in myself. The US doesn't feel so foreign anymore. It feels like home. And I know that even when things are hard, I can keep moving forward, one step at a time.